Hello, good morning law aspirants and vocabulary, right? Like we had water everywhere, so we have vocabulary everywhere, right? So as everything is engulfing us and vocabulary is also doing the same, so it's like everywhere you find words and words and words, and this is very important, rightly said, very important, because words are the building blocks of a language. Without words we are hands tied, we can't do anything. We feel, in a kind of an isolated world where you cannot add up to the things. Many students said, ma'am, you move in a very fast pace, speed and tempo, so do a quick recap of the things what you did in the last class so that we can add to our knowledge. So keeping that in mind today, I'm do recap the things. But if you have any problem, dearies, feel at ease, comfortable, relaxed. This is a book of English. English is Easy by Chetan Singh. A very good book, a must-read book for Clat aspirants. And this word, the title itself is very motivating because English is really easy. It's a foreign language where Indians have a command over the language because they want to learn. There's only one thing which makes you a perfect learner, that is desire and curiosity. These are the two eyes which keep you alive and awake in this world. So your vocabulary session begins now. Every time I tell you, and this is what I won't speak this time, I would ask you to do a lot of reading, editorial section, novels, dramas, fictions. So read what you are interested in. No prescriptions, no Clat book, no this book, no ma'am's book, not this. First thing, very important thing, is anything which grasps your attention. Anything which can, it could be any magazine, it could be novel, it could be drama, it could be fiction, it could be poetry, it could be short story, anything which you feel very comfortable with. Start with that. You'll feel a difference because this is very important. We forcefully do things which people ask us to do. No, that's not important. Important thing is what we want to do, that should be also given a very important role. Now, when we are reading up, vocabulary will always come. Naturally, you're reading up, he's garrulous. So what is garrulous? He is gregarious. What is gregarious? You must know that greg means a group. So naturally, this root will play an important role. Yes, so vocabulary is important, and with vocabulary comes the words which are the building blocks of a language, very important words. Your four wheels will play an important role: listening, reading, writing and speaking. Yes, without that you are stuck. Again, you can't do anything, right? And then, because without grammar you are stuck and without vocabulary you can't do anything. So I'm doing a quick recap of the words roots I did in the last class yesterday. That is, AC is sharp, keen, something very much catching your attention, sharp or keen. I have taken various words for this, right? You can have a look at the slides here, right? If you feel you've already done it, I'm not repeating anything. I'm just going a quick recap for the AC root, which students wanted it. It was on the demand of the students, right? More words for AC, right? You are a acumen person, you must be catching hold of attention. Now if I say you, tell me, dearies, what is the meaning of the word acumen? So you'll say, ma'am, I don't know the meaning, but I know one thing, that AC means sharp. So acumen would mean very sharp-minded person, like you are very sharp-minded. You'll catch it, acumen, right? Taking up the next root that we took here last time, that is reg. Reg is rule or control. I also told you that the first root that we are linked with, this is cressy. That also means rule. Archy also means rule, and canon also means rule, right? All of them mean the same, that is rule. Regal is dignified or resembling a ruler. Regicide, I took here the root, CID, that is Kilocart, and regime is the government or the rule of things. See, when you merge two roots and you add up to it, it becomes like an equation form and it becomes very simple for you to remember. This is rule and this is kill of the ruler. So killing of any ruler is regicide. Tell me, what would be insecticide? Yes, insecticide would be killing of insects. Pesticide, killing of pest. Matricide, killing of mother. Patricide, killing of father. Fratricide, killing of brother. And sexicide would be take it humanicide, hominicide in fact, that will be killing of human being. Right, and killing of oneself, that is suicide. Right, there are many more words which would come up, but you have to remember the kill or cut. You know, we have two incisive teeth here, which is used for carnivores have very sharp one. They are incisors because they are used to kill, clear or cut flesh. Right. Regime is the rule of the government. Again, we have the word rule here coming up. Region. I just crossed this. I hope you've written it down. Region, any particular region or area, that is the province or a territory which is under control. Regent is a person who is appointed for the time being as the ruler, that is regent. He is going to administer or rule over something. Regulator, देखा होगा अपने phone का, it's used to control, sorry I was talking not of phone, it's the fan or something, that is to control or maintain, that is synchronize it. You've seen the synchronizing process? Yes. And deregulate, see, so now what is D? Not. Ir, not. Il, these are prefixes, see, they all meaning not. And not, un, not, this, not, all these are negative prefixes. Please note, they would give always a negative meaning to it. Yes, please note it down. And, not, without, we did it earlier. D, ir, ill, un, and this. So, we have here D, that means deregulate, not to have the regulation, not to have a control or restriction or something, that is deregulate. Yeah, simple, no? Yes, it is simple, I know, with a smiling face you find it really very simple. Yes, if you have written down, okay. Regular is something very systematic and methodical control over something, well arranged thing, well ordered thing, regular systematic thing. Regalia, see, regalia is used for emblems or insignia of royalty or especially the crown. जैसे हर चीज़ का एक emblem होता है ना, sign होता है. You've seen in your schools you'd had badges, yes, your monograms, right. It's the same like this, it's known by it, and other ornaments used as at a coronation. Coronation is used as a process of the king who wears the crown. Crowning process. It's the crowning process that is called coronation. So, this is a kind of ornaments and things which are known, the king is known for that. It's in fact a control of the king. So, that is the word regalia, very commonly used word in English, regalia, right. Okay. Now, turning for another root for today. SOL or SOLO, solo, right. SOL or SOLO, solo means one, like we have solo performance, solo dance, solo singer, soliloquy, you must have not forgotten the word, right, soliloquy. So, we have the first in this, the word here, SOL plus LOG or LOQ. So, SOL is one, log is speech, coming up with both the roots merged together. When the one person speaks and he reveals his innermost mind, innermost thoughts, that is a soliloquy. You peep into the character, you read the mind of a person. Solitude, you're all alone, being alone or by oneself, that is solitude. Soloist is a musician or singer who performs a solo performance. Solidarity, we are very much requirement of solidarity in India. Unity, right? This unity is lacking in India. So, this solidarity is what is going to make India a wonderful nation. So, that is solidarity. Solade is performing a music all alone. I write down the word for you. Solade is performing a music on your own. Single performance, right? So, you could see the words here, soliloquy, solitude, solist, solidarity or sold. Not important that you remember these words. Not important anything else. What is important? Yes, every time the root. S-O-L or S-O-L-O, solo. It's a very common and a very simple root too. Or if you can easily remember it also, if you wish to remember it, that is in the sense of one. Right. Yes, so we turn to our last root already. Right. You've jotted down the words? Okay, any question or queries? Please do write it up. We'll be most happy, we'll be the happiest soul in fact to solve your problems and doubts, to tell you about the new roots. We'll be also taking up book analysis, you know, of various books which have been prescribed by Clat Consortium, the books which are must read. Any of your doubts, any books that you write like Thinking Like a Lawyer or At Home by Bill Bryson or Punachi or of Rabindranath Tagore's Talk with Ramchandra Guha, right? The various books we are going to take up the analysis of the books too. Don't worry. Every time you're going to add more and more things to your English section and you'll really find English the most interesting section, right? The very simple and very important root, that is brief or brief और शॉर्ट. देखिए आपने एक सिंपल सुना होगा, कहा जाए तो बचपन में एक सिंपल सा वर्ड आप सब ने सुना होगा, दैट इज ब्रीफ केस. What is briefcase? A place or small kind of a suitcase where you add up the things which are of very important papers, important documents, short and sweet manner of concising the things. देखिए हर चीज़ compact और चीज़ें आजकल बहुत shortened up हो गई हैं. Earlier when you used to see a film, we used to have 2 DVDs or 3 DVDs or CDs, and you know those long films of 3 to 4 hours, we used to have 2 CDs or 3 CDs. Now simple little pen drive carries so much of matter. The DVD not 2, 3 or something. Small things are becoming more concise. The world is becoming more compact and shortened. So keeping that in mind, this root plays an important role, and we have the famous saying, a person who speaks less expresses more. This style in English is called aphoristic. It is a breviloquent style. It is linked with this word. You can link this with word. This is breviloquent. It can be linked with also one of the literary devices, that is epigram. So it is the word epigrammatic. Yes, all of them mean the same. You can see the roots that I am using for this. Epigrammatic, aphoristic, short and sweet, concise, less words, more of meaning, in-depth meaning. Yes, terse, pithy, loaded, a lot of words and meanings associated with it, concise, short and sweet, crispy. You must have crispy potato chips, but you must have heard of crispy style of speaking. This is crispy. That means your speech carries a lot of meaning in it. Yeah. So you'll be the speakers who are very terse, right? Very good. You'll be pithy in your speech. It'll be more concise, more compact. What am I doing? I'm doing the same word with lot of synonyms, right? So same word, there's not a difference in it. And you have to be more crispy in your style. All words coming up. See, one word gives rise to various words. You have 5 to 10 words coming up with one word itself, right? Now, brief, our life on this earth is very brief, very short. We are not here permanent. We are pilgrims. We have come only for a temporary part. We are on a transitional phase. You know the root transitional life hai hamari. Our life is transient. I could use the word. From the root trans, see dekho, trans is one to the other, like the word transparent, right? The light passes from one end to the other. So the word is transparent or translucent or opaque. We have 3 qualities for the objects, right? So transient life hai hamari. This is ephemeral, which is a very short-lived life, not a permanent life. We are pilgrims on this earth, come for a very short duration. Abbreviate, all of you must be knowing abbreviations, yes. So brief, shortened, curtail, cut short meaning, you know, you make it very short. Brevity is very concise and short, and brief is something short or unstressed. Again, coming up to this transitional thing, the most important thing that you add is the word breve. Brief or breve would mean sense short. The three roots, recapping them, that is reg is control or rule. The word solo, SOL, meaning one, mono also we did earlier one, and the root bref or brief meaning that is short. So, my brief brevity is a soul of wit, which saying which you will also apply in your life and you'd follow it. Yes, I hope you're enjoying the vocabulary classes, adding up to your knowledge. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. We're always there with you, adding up feather in your cap with lot and lot of more of vocabulary. See, it's rightly said, Rome was not built in a day, but with slowly, gradually things would happen and you'll start feeling the change. Yes, be the change that you want to see in this world of Gandhi. Thank you, students.